everybody, and welcome back to another FS22 Calmsden farm video. As you can see, we got some pretty big machines here. We have a wonderful class Axion right here with the beautiful treads and an absolutely massive plow that we're going to be using to plow our field because, yeah, we just planted corn, so the field requires plowing, and it's a pretty big field, so it's going to require quite a lot of horsepower, hence the class Axion. I actually would like to get this tractor. Yeah, it's just a little bit out of our price range, and to be fair, we only really need this amount of horsepower when plowing, which is not frequent. Like, we're not growing corn every other harvest, so it's probably fine. But yeah, it would be nice to get at least another tractor, but again, we probably don't need one with this much power. But I don't know, I just like the treads. Anything with treads is just cool in my opinion. I especially like how it's like the rear treads. Like, you still have the regular wheels at the front, but just you got the treads in the rear on the wheels that don't turn. Ah, it's great. And yeah, despite how big it is actually only a 6-meter plow. I tried to look on the mod hub to see if there was anything bigger, but nope, this is as big as we got, so yeah, this is still going to take a while. I mean, 6 meters, we get through our fields relatively quickly, but we ain't going to be breezing through it. I would say like an ideal working width for this field would be probably like 9 meters. 9 meters, you get it knocked out pretty quick. 6 meters, it's a little bit of a work, but that's what we expected when we bought this big old field. Also want to buy that field over there. But yeah, that's for some other time. Anyways, off camera, I did go ahead and sell a lot of silage over at the BGA. As you can see, the BGA is full up on silage again, and we have quite a bit of digestate. Honestly thinking we probably should go ahead and take our cow's slurry, because we have a lot of that, and then process that at the BGA too, because we'll get a bit of money from that as well, and then we'll also get a bit more digestate, because we probably have way more than we need. So we could turn some of that slurry into digestate and make a bit of extra money that way too. So yeah. That does sound like a good idea, methinks. Turn like 2/3 of it into money. Anyway, we are struggling to get through the door, as you can see. This plow is probably a bit too big for these European roads, but we got it in our farm. Just okay. Just a little bit stuck on the entrance is all. Anyways, let's go ahead and commence the big ol' plowathon. There really isn't anything else that needs to be done today. It's just plowing. Yeah, look how that unfolds. It's so cool. The little cultipackers on the end there as well help loosen up the soil just that little bit more. And yeah, I think we'll just start going up and down from here maybe. So off we go. So yeah, it seems like it's going to kind of cultivate that and then leave that. Okay, so it leaves a little bit at the end still plowed. So I'm guessing you then hit that with the cultipacker going the other way, and then you can make sure that you're covering all the ground. So yeah, it's actually, despite the fact that we're plowing it, it is actually going to give it a cultivated texture because of the little cultipackers at the end there. Just making the soil a very nice place for the crops to be. They're really going to like it. It's tearing up all this dirt. We don't need any of this old dirt. We just want the new dirt. I might have to do a headland pass. I don't want to drive all the way into the hedge. I mean, I could drive all the way through the hedge, but that would be unrealistic, and I don't like being unrealistic. Anyways, oh, we can rotate it. What does that do? That is quite fancy. Oh, is that? Oh, I think I'm turning it too sharply. There. It's a big, cumbersome thing. It's very big and very cumbersome. It's kind of hard to navigate. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is how you're supposed to do it. Have the cultipacker kind of pack that plowed texture that didn't get packed, and then you'll end up having plowed texture on that side. Yeah, again, we probably should have done a headland, although I don't really think you would do a headland with a plow. Usually with a plow, you really can't turn. But you just go straight back and forth until the field's all done. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think we'll have to do a bit of turning, because this is a very irregularly shaped field. But hopefully it won't be too much extra turning. Okay, and go. Pull that plow. Plow that ground. Tear up that soil. Turn over that soil. Tear it up. Make it all nice. So yeah, again, the goal is just going to be to put soybeans directly into this dirt. We're not going to fertilize it or anything because, yeah, with soybeans, you don't need to fertilize them. At least when you're playing with precision farming like we are. Soybeans just kind of can grow with very minimal nitrogen. So we're not going to bother fertilizing it. We're just going to put the soybeans right on in and they'll be happy. They'll be happy with the no nitrogen. Now, again, we do have the rocks. Those are going to be a slight issue. We can always get rid of them with rolling, because they are small rocks when you do plowing. Although I do see some big rocks showing up. I think those look kind of big. Those might be big, or they might be medium. Not sure. If we get too many big rocks, we'll have to do some rock picking, which hopefully not, because that was a right pain last time we had to do any sort of rock picking. So hopefully the rocks are just fine, and then they don't bother us, but they might become a minor annoyance. But anyways, I know we're not really that far into the video yet, but I believe it's about time we get on a time lapse. You guys know the basic agenda of what we're doing here, and without any further ado, let's get on with it.
I don't know how I'm reaching out. Don't doubt me now. I'm starting to break that spell. I'm out my shell, and now the seas are parting. 'Cause I'm following your lead. I'm following this feeling. I know I'm conquering this fear. I'm busting through the ceiling. So hear me out, 'cause I'm making noise. Gonna start the clock and use my voice. Just hear me out. I'ma shout it loud. Can you hear me? You hear me? Can you hear me? Or should I start again?
Alrighty, and now we're about to do something that's probably not recommended by any plow manufacturer, but I don't really know of any other way to do the headland. Obviously, we're not quite done going up and down, but this is getting to be quite messy, so we're going to go ahead and try and do at least one headland, maybe two, just because, yeah, I want to at least get a headland done so that this field doesn't look so messy here at the ends. And yeah, it seems to be working okay, actually, turning. I don't think it's recommended you do this in real life, but it's a video game, and also it's the least bit of machinery. Also, we probably should deactivate the packers. Go ahead and lift those up so they don't get in the way. Yeah, there we go. I guess the back one stays. He's fine. What about be out of the way? He still hit the pole there, Houston. I can't get around the pole, Houston. There we go. Okay. Pole has been avoided. Please help us, Houston. I mean, it seems to be handling... Oh, well. I don't think it's using its full 6-meter width around the corners, but on the straightaways here, it should be using a decent amount of its width. Anyway, avoid the pole, avoid the pole, avoid the pole. Okay, we did it. No, it barely clipped it. But yeah, this is a massive field. And again, hopefully the rocks don't prove to be too big of an issue. Again, I'm hoping they're small enough where we can just get a roller and then roll them in right after planting. But who knows, there's a chance they might be the big chunky rocks, and that we can't do that, which would be a little unfortunate. I would be a tiny bit upset if that were to happen. Cut this corner, there we go. We're gonna try and get most of it. I know I'm definitely not gonna get all of it. There's definitely gonna be pieces that are missed, just because of how cumbersome running a plow is. I mean, subsoiler is definitely easier, but then again, with subsoiler you get more rocks. So you really gotta weigh your options. Would you rather deal with the big rocks and subsoil, or would you rather deal with the cumbersome plow? And we've already tried the first method. I didn't like how many rocks we had, so we're trying with the plow. Although I do still see some pretty chunky rocks like those over there. I don't know. Hopefully they're still considered small and not large and gonna destroy a combine if they get eaten. Hopefully they're not combine killer rocks. But yeah, what a massive field. We're about to get charged for an hour on this machine. As you can see, it's 0.8 hours on the odometer there. Or is it called an odometer? Or is it called a chronometer? I don't know. Because the odometer is miles, right? But this is measuring time, so like chronometer, a clock or something. Not sure what you'd call that. And yeah, I think we will do just a couple laps around, just so I can make sure the headland's nice and thick, give us enough room to turn around. Because yeah, turning around with this thing, as you probably saw in the time lapse, it's a big ordeal. Because yeah, if you turn too sharply, this thing likes to wheelie. It likes to go up on 2 wheels if you try and turn it too sharply. There's also see that teal bit sticking out right there with that wheel on it? Yeah, that also prevents you from turning too sharply, because if I were to turn too sharply to the right, that would catch. So if you want to turn sharply to the right, you do have to rotate the entire plow over, get that wheel on the other side. Right now, we can only turn sharp left, which is fine, because we're doing the headland, which really only involves left turns, except for that one minor right turn we had to do for the little peninsula, I guess. But other than that, it's all left-hand turns. Alrighty, and another progress update. Here's where we are. Just finished off the sugar beet section. And I just want to go ahead and check the map and see the progress we've made. We're officially over an hour on the machine. Maybe a little over halfway done. Needs plowing. As you can see, a lot of that's going away. The weeds, we can ignore that. And the stones. Yeah, most of them are the small. There are some medium and large ones, though. Very few, though. Most of them are small, so we can just roll those back in. I guess we'll just live with that. Oh, and it looks like Field 6 also needs plowing, which is fun. But yeah, it's just a lot. Oh boy, look at all that mist bit. Oh my goodness, look at that big old chunk of mist crop. It's whatever. Look at how much field we're covering. What's that gonna matter? Minus, like, what? Like 25% yield in just that one spot. And it's not gonna add up to a whole lot. But minus 25% yield on this whole field, that's gonna be quite the doozy. So yeah, we definitely want to take care of that. Yeah, I think on our next pass, maybe we'll try and hit up that, like, bit of middle area that I left. Because, yeah, during this time lapse, I was trying to make my turns a bit wider. Because, yeah, again, turning with this thing is painful. I mean, I realize now it's because of that wheel right there. So, really, all you have to do is rotate the plow. But, yeah, before, I didn't realize that that was the secret. So, I was just like, why can't I turn so sharply? So, I just did big sweeping curves instead of, you know, just going up and down. I was like, big sweeping curve, and then big sweeping curve back. And kind of did up and down, but like with a big gap in the middle. So let's try and fill that gap. Cut it hard, and then so that way the plow kind of drifts. Yeah, I feel like if you did that in real life, you'd be breaking the plows off. And honestly, I don't know how you would do a field like this with a plow like this. I mean, you'd probably... I don't actually know. Actually, you probably wouldn't do a field like this with a plow like this. You'd probably just use a subsoiler, let's be honest. Or you wouldn't even plow it. You just suffer the consequences. But, yeah, I like having yield. This work that we're putting in is going to be worth it, I promise, he says. Not knowing if it's actually worth the yield. Because I think it's like a 25% penalty after corn and sugar beet and all those other nasty things. Thing is, though, in real life, I don't know if I've ever seen an actual plow in the field. And they grow a lot of corn around here. And after corn season, you don't see plows. Is this just an FS thing where plowing after corn is required? Not sure. Maybe they'll figure out something else in the next game. Because yeah, this periodic plowing has been a kind of a thing throughout. But yeah, anyway, speaking of the next game, it's been announced. FS25 coming out in November. So yeah, very exciting. They're adding rice, and they've teased ground deformation. Whether it's like SnowRunner levels of ground deformation where you can actually get stuck, or just like a minor visual thing, we'll have to see. But yeah, it does sound interesting. Looks a lot of fun. I just hope I can get these series wrapped up before that comes out, because yeah, it's always a pain. It's always a struggle. Is like, oh gosh, I gotta end FS22 before FS25, or I gotta end FS19 before FS22 to try and get all these series wrapped up. Like, the life cycle of this game was great. Like, this game had a nice, long life cycle. Because, yeah, I think Giants realized when FS19 had a longer than normal life cycle, people really enjoyed it. So they're like, you know what? Let's do longer than normal life cycles. Do, like, a 3-year gap instead of a 2-year gap. And it seems to be working. I mean, granted, yeah, 2 years. I mean, that was fine. 3 years, excellent. Love the 3-year gap. 1 year, though, Train Sim World 4, coming off Train Sim World 3, Dovetail Games, why? 1 year's not even enough to patch all the game-breaking bugs. Let alone make a game. Because there were still game-breaking bugs in Train Sim World 3, and they were just like, here, look, new version. And I'm like, yeah, no thanks. So, yeah. I remember making a video about that a while ago. But, you know, it's all good, you know. Train Sim World, I enjoyed that game. It was a good game. But, yeah, they did get a little cash grabby. But luckily now we have Railroads Online and DerailValley to fill the train void. Train Sim World isn't the only train game anymore. Not like it ever was, but it's becoming a way more popular genre. Mainly due to Heist. Heist has single-handedly brought attention to the niche that is trains. We all thank him for that. But anyways, there we go. Look at that. We just have this section left. Probably another half an hour, if I were to guess. Oh dear. Are we stuck? No, we're fine. No, we're stuck. We're definitely stuck. No, we're good. Okay. That's a lot of plowing. That's a lot of turned over dirt, too. That's a lot of flipped dirt. Flippin' dirt, dude. Flippin' dirt. Unbelievable how much flippin' dirt there is. But yeah, as I've said already, the end goal of this series is going to be the cake chain. I want to eventually do that. That is the main goal. Some side goals include doing the production hall and also doing some straw harvest stuff. Those are side goals, though. The main goal is to get the cake. Kind of like how on Elm Creek, that series ended when we produced cereal. This is going to end when we produce the cake. and eventually pay back the loan. I mean, like, if we make our first cake and then we don't pay back the loan and we have to make more cakes, okay, maybe it'll be a couple episodes after the cake. Obviously, right now, I have no plans to pay back the loan, but once the money starts flooding in, which it should hopefully very, very soon, we're gonna have a lot of money and I'm not gonna know what to do with it. Don't even know what to spend it on. Except maybe all the fields here. We'll literally buy every single field because nobody else knows how to run a farm except for me. Like, seriously, look at all those weeds. Look at all those weeds. Yeah, no, don't look at these weeds. But look at all those weeds. My goodness, do they not know how to spray weeds? Again, don't look at these. Oh, look, there's a hot air balloon watching us. Hello! I wonder how long they've been up there, just watching us slowly turn this yellow field to brown. I mean, it's interesting, because, yeah, like, as we're going through this, you can see all the different parts of the field. Obviously, this yellow bit is where we combined the corn. The darker bit with the corn stalks is where we forage harvested the corn. And then, if you look over there, there was some green bits, and that was where we did the sugar beet, where we cut the tops off the sugar beet. Yeah, it's cool. You get all kinds of stuff happening, which is really neat. It really tells the story of this harvest season, you know? We planted both corn and sugar beet because we wanted a bit of both, and then we harvested the corn, we filled our silage bunker, and then we're like, oh goodness, we still have way too much corn. So we combined the rest of it, and then turned it into popcorn. That was last time. Anyways, I'm probably gonna go ahead and do one final jump cutter time lapse. I don't know what editing me is gonna decide to do, but he's gonna do something, and it's gonna make the video better than what it is right now. So I'm gonna let him do what he wants to do, and I'll see you after he's done doing what he decided to do. Okay? Okay.
Should I start again?
Alrighty, so we have this last little bit here, and we are at 1.9 hours on the clock here. So hopefully we can get this done before we roll over into 2 hours. If we can't, I guess it's not a big deal, but it would be nice if we can try and, you know, save a little bit of money where we can. But yeah, look at that. The field's mostly done. Again, we missed quite a few little splotches, but to be honest, I could really care less about all that, you know? As long as we get most of the field up in yield, I will be a happy, happy camper. So yeah, just a couple more passes left to do on this final triangle bit. It always seems like that this field always ends up with some sort of odd triangle shape being left. It's always how it ends up being, no matter what you use. Down to the last step, it's going to be a triangle piece. Look at that, too. Right in before the big rain. That's nice. At least the soil will get some moisture. And we'll probably end up putting the planting on a worker because we have some grass work to do. It's been a while since we've done any of that. Mainly because it's been winter for a while. That's kind of how that works. You can't really do anything to the grass in the winter because it doesn't grow. So yeah, we'll be able to harvest our grass. Maybe try and turn that into hay because we definitely have a plethora of silage. We definitely do not need any more silage. But maybe we can try and turn that into hay. Get the hay dryer, and I don't know, we're just doing great. Like, our cows have enough food, they're doing great, so I don't know what we want to do with our grass fields. We're definitely going to harvest them, but I really don't know, like, do we want hay, do we want Do we want silage? What do we want? What do we want from our grass fields? Hay or silage? It's really all up in the air, because, yeah, hay would be good because, well, we gotta feed our cows, but also, our cows are also kind of doing good by themselves, you know? They really don't need anything. I mean, I guess hay would be good if we decided to get horses, which I did say we would. Horses would be a good way to make a lot of extra money. We don't have any oats currently, but we could just buy horse food. That's really not that big of an issue. Because, yeah, if we got a couple horses going, you get quite a lot of money doing horses. Obviously, I'm going to get a mod so that we don't have to ride them all the time. Of course, we'll ride them a little bit because, I don't know, riding them is good fun, but obviously I don't want to have to ride them every single in-game day like we had to do back in FS19. Because with 2 horses, having to ride them every single in-game day, it really took up time during the day. Like, there wasn't really a lot of time to do anything else. And on this farm, we're already pressed for time as is, so that's why we can go ahead and hire someone to do that for us. Because again, my Uncle Billy, who owns a farm, has cows and horses. If we get some horses, then we also have cows and horses. He doesn't have any massive fields, but I guess that's where we one up them. Family farm versus big industrial operation. And there we go. It just ticked over to 2 hours. What a shame. I'm pretty sure it just charged us for that too. Yes. Good job. Good job, Plow. Okay. Saving. Thank you, game, for saving already. I'm gonna make some big chunks up here, but really, you know, forget it. It's whatever. It's fine. I don't care. I thought I cared. Spoiler alert, I do not. So anyways, let's go ahead and run this back to the store and be like, thank you for letting us use it. It was a really nice tractor. I wish we could own this thing, but it's quite a pricey boy as well. It's quite a expensive boy. So yeah, no way we're affording this anytime in the near future. What a doozy. I don't actually know how long this video is going to be for you guys, but probably not too long, because most of it's going to be like either cut or time-lapse, but this was a doozy for me. This is 2 hours of plowing, so yeah, I think I'm probably just going to go ahead and end the video here. We'll do some stuff and sell some more things next time, because yeah, I am out of it. Ready to go lie down. Yeah, there we go. Shut you down. Goodbye. Bye now. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe for new videos, have a great rest of your day. And yeah, next time, we're gonna do some seeding. We're actually gonna go ahead and buy our seeder, that way we don't have to lease it anymore. And then, yeah, after that, maybe we will sell some more things, cut our grass, and bring in some horses. So yeah. That sounds like a pretty jam-packed episode for next time, and I'll see you around.